San Diego, land of sun, land of beaches. But something dark lives here too, the Whaley House. They say it's the most haunted house in America. I'm here to find out. The sun felt different as I approached the house, heavy, like a weight on my chest. The Whaley family, they built this place in 1857. Lived here, died here. Their energy, their pain, it's still here, I can feel it. Stepping inside was like stepping into the past. The air was thick with the scent of old wood and forgotten memories. Each step I took echoed through the empty halls, as if the house itself was waking up from a long slumber, but not a peaceful past. A past filled with shadows. Shadows that seemed to move just out of sight, lurking in the corners, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. Dust motes danced in the air, thick with the silence of ages. They floated lazily in the beams of light that managed to pierce the gloom, each particle a tiny fragment of history suspended in time. Every floorboard creaked a warning. I felt eyes on me, watching. The sensation was unnerving, as if the house itself was alive, aware of my presence, and not entirely pleased with it. The air was heavy, hard to breathe, like the house itself was trying to push me back. Each breath felt like a struggle, as if the very atmosphere was charged with a malevolent energy. I walked slowly, taking it all in. The furniture, the pictures on the walls, they whispered stories of the dead. Each piece seemed to hold a fragment of a life long gone, a memory frozen in time, waiting to be discovered. The house had a smell, not just old wood and dust. It was something else. Something rotten, like something had died here, recently. The air grew colder as I descended the stairs to the basement. This place held death, and it wasn't done with it. A cold hand brushed my neck. I spun around. Nothing, but I felt something. A presence. Angry, trapped. And I knew, whatever was here, it wanted me gone. Footsteps echoed from the floor above. Heavy, deliberate steps. Each thud reverberated through the old house, sending shivers down my spine. The sound was unmistakable, yet impossible. No one was up there. The attic had been abandoned for years, untouched and forgotten. Dust hung in the air, illuminated by the faint moonlight seeping through the cracks in the roof. But someone, or something, wanted me to think they were. Shadows danced on the walls, playing tricks on my mind. The old furniture seemed to whisper secrets of the past. I felt a chill run down my spine. The air grew colder, and the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. My heart pounded in my ears. I was not alone. Then, a voice. A whisper, barely audible. But it was there. "Get out!" it hissed. The words were like ice, freezing me in place. The voice was cold, filled with rage. It was a warning I couldn't ignore. The room seemed to close in around me, the walls pressing in, suffocating me with their silent threats. And I was running out of time. The clock was ticking, each second a reminder of the danger I was in. I had to get out, but my legs felt like lead. The fear was paralyzing. I forced myself to move, to run. The hallway stretched out before me, dark and endless. The footsteps behind me grew louder, closer. I had to escape before it was too late. I felt drawn to the master bedroom. It was as if an invisible force was pulling me towards it, compelling me to step inside. The air was thick with an unexplainable tension, and my heart pounded in my chest, like something was calling me, a whisper in the silence, beckoning me forward. Each step I took felt heavier, laden with an unseen weight. As I reached for the doorknob, the door swung open, on its own. The creaking sound echoed through the hallway, sending shivers down my spine. The air grew colder, if that was even possible. My breath became visible, forming small clouds in the icy atmosphere. It felt like stepping into another world. My blood ran ice cold. Fear gripped me, making it hard to move, hard to think. I could feel my pulse quicken, each beat a reminder of my growing dread. There in the corner of the room, a shadow coalesced. It started as a mere wisp, but quickly grew more defined, more menacing, taking the shape of a man, tall, imposing, Thomas Whaley. His presence was overwhelming, filling the room with an oppressive energy. his eyes locked on mine. They were cold, yet burning with an intensity that seemed to pierce through my very soul, burning with an icy fire. It was a gaze that held centuries of pain, anger, and sorrow, a gaze that demanded to be acknowledged. He wanted me to know he was real. His hand reached out, almost touching me, and I could feel the cold emanating from his ghostly form. And he wanted me gone. The message was clear and the threat was palpable. I knew I had to leave, but my feet felt rooted to the spot, paralyzed by fear. I ran. I didn't look back. The house was alive, and it wanted me gone. I could feel its icy grip on me even as I fled. I was marked by the house, changed. Even now, miles away, I can still feel the cold hand on my neck. I see Thomas Whaley's eyes in my dreams. The Whaley House doesn't let go, it never will.